Disappear now.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the latest hero Hwang Jini, who will be available on the official server on October 13. So without further ado, let's begin. Before I begin, I just want to highlight this term melody over here. This is the most important thing that you need to understand for this particular hero. Now, with that said, when she uses her ultimate, she gains 5 stacks of this melody and knocks up the enemies with the highest attack, the most energy, and lowest HP percentage. She also deals damage to them one after the other. And then after this, when an ally uses their ultimate to deal damage, she will use 1 stack of melody per enemy to deal extra damage to them. And another case is when an ally uses their ultimate to heal other allies. So in that case, she will again use 1 stack of melody per ally to grant each of them a shield. Also, do note that at any given point, she can only own up to a maximum of 20 stacks of melody. Now with her first skill, she fires 3 sound wave projectiles at the enemies to deal damage to them, and each of the projectiles will bounce 2 times between enemies. Another thing this skill does is that it increases the overall skill damage as well. For this skill, she uses a sound wave to attack an enemy, which not only deals damage but also reduces their energy. The key thing here is that if this makes the enemy's energy drop low enough, it will also stun them for 3 seconds, as you can see in this case. So up to this point, everything looks good, but I had 2 points of concern. 1. How quickly can she gain stacks of melody? And 2. How good is her survivability? With her passive, both these questions are answered really well. You can see here that she will gain 1 stack of melody even for each basic attack and 2 stacks for each skill that she uses. And the other thing is that every stack also grants her a shield. Now I couldn't really see this effect in this demo, so let's take a look at it in the hero trial instead. Notice how the shield around her keeps getting bigger and stronger over time, which I think is very cool. Right, so moving on to her soul vessels, the basic one tells us that the more stacks of melody that she uses, the more attack and agility she gains. At level 10, these gains are even higher. At level 20, she will increase her critical rate by 20% after she gains a total of 10 stacks of melody in a match. And finally, at level 30, once she uses 15 stacks of melody in a match, she will be immune to most control effects as well. Okay, now let's look at her Orlay skills. The first 2 tell you that there is a chance that she could gain a new stack of melody after 1 is spent. So based on the percentage for this second skill right here, you'd expect that she gains 1 new stack for every 3 to 4 stacks spent on average. And lastly, with her third Orlay skill, she will also gain energy for every basic attack or skill that she uses on top of the shield that she acquires thanks to her passive. So that was a quick guide to the new hero Hwang Jini, and before I conclude, one last thing that I'd like to mention is that I think she would work really well with Sylvana in her team. And the reason I say that is because, as we saw earlier, the rate at which she acquires and strengthens her shield looks really good, and she also has the ability to provide other allies a shield as well. So in theory, this could allow us to take advantage of Sylvana's Orlay skills, right? But I have not tested this yet, so it's a little difficult to say for sure if it works really well or not, but I think it's definitely something that's worth considering. Alright guys, I really hope this video helped you understand how Hwang Jini works and some of the things you need to consider when you use her. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one.